Hello guys, welcome back to another video made by me. Today we'll be doing what if Naruto was actually smart, part 5. Seems like you guys really like this, huh? Anyways, last time we ended off with the preliminaries basically ending. Let's just say that the preliminaries basically were the same, except for temari in Naruto's match. Anyways, to the final stage of the preliminary, the final stage of the Chunin exams, the third Hokage explained of the 1 month wait. They can either heal up or train themselves extrally. Naruto kind of liked this idea, but he didn't have anyone to train him. So, sorry about that. So, Naruto basically snuck into the Hokage's tower and stole the scroll of the Forbidden Scroll again. If you're wondering what happened when he stole it the first time, he basically got Mizuki arrested because he used the scroll to bait Mizuki in. Naruto did learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu and several other lightning jutsu and water jutsu. Naruto steals it again, this time learning some fire jutsu and wind jutsu. He also discovered the existence of the Harasshin seal and the Rasengan. Naruto decided to first start the Rasengan because he's really good at using seals, but since he has to create an entirely new seal, it's much more easier to focus on the Rasengan first. Naruto basically he basically copied down the scroll to which part he needs. So, Naruto was doing the first stage of the Rasengan training by finding out which way his chakra rotates. Naruto found that out after trying to do a spin jutsu. If you're wondering what that spin jutsu is, it's covering a coat of chakra around your body and making it spin, similar to Fang over Fang, except it's basically rotation instead. A sharp rotation. It's basically a very sharp heavenly rotation from the Hyuga clan. So Naruto is now training with water balloons, and he finishes the water balloon stage easily. The rubber ball stage was the easiest since Naruto already had a good grasp for it. Within a week, he had already mastered Rasengan. The Rasengan needs immense chakra control, unholy amounts of chakra control. And Naruto, who has basically been training chakra control most in his life because he knows about his reserves, he can do the Rasengan with one hand, just one hand. But that's only for larger versions, like around 2 times the size. For a regular size Rasengan, he still needs a clone. So Naruto now knows the Rasengan, decides to start working on the Harasshin seal. As he was walking back home, this is where he runs into Jiraiya. Jiraiya decides to train Naruto, and Naruto learns the summoning jutsu the same way that he learned during the Chunin exams, the break time of the Chunin exams, except he learns to summon Gamabunta much faster, practically on the second day. The first day was spent mastering the hand seals and doing it at fast pace. Naruto does tame Gamabunta by staying on his head for 24 hours. So, Naruto right now is working on the Harasshin seals, and Jiraiya has been peeping on him or spying on Naruto for the past days. All he knows about Naruto is that he's writing something on pieces of paper. Jiraiya doesn't know what it is, but he thinks it's a seal, but Jiraiya doesn't know that it's the Harasshin seal yet. Naruto is Naruto had mastered the third stage of the Harasshin, being able to utilize being able to feel the seals in a range. Naruto's maximum range for being able to feel the seals is 600 meters. That's his maximum range right now, but his teleportation range is still 10 meters. After basically 1 month passed, and Naruto had mastered up to a 6th stage, being able to teleport to any seal instantly with just the thought of doing so. Mind, Minato only mastered to the 10th stage. The 12th stage is the highest stage of the Harasshin. And this is not canon. This is just me making Harasshin a bit more complicated. At stage 12, it takes basically no chakra to teleport, just instant teleportation. Much better than Minato's or Shisui's body flicker techniques. Stage 7, Naruto can teleport pretty well, but he can only teleport directly onto the kunai. He doesn't have any radius around the kunais, and that's a big problem. So for now, Naruto only uses it for transportation and as last second clutch dodging. So, the preliminary start, and Naruto's first match is with Neji. When Neji gets into the stance, and Naruto gets into his taijutsu stance, Naruto cleverly avoids all of Neji's palms, and Naruto was able to get a few hits into Neji's chest and arms. So Neji was able to hit a major chakra point in Naruto's chest, and Naruto got sent backwards. But when this happened, the civilians started chanting, "Go Neji," and most of them were even chanting, "Die demon, die demon." Temari was wondering what was going on, since they were shouting the insults directly at Naruto. Anyways, Temari looked back down into the stadium, seeing that Naruto was hiding something behind his back. So, Neji attacks Naruto, who was standing still, and he was able to get a few palms in, until Neji realized that his hands went through Naruto's body instead of hitting him. So Neji could hear Naruto's voice behind him and realizes that the entire time he was hitting a genjutsu. The genjutsu made it feel like that. So basically, the genjutsu gave Neji the feeling of touch and controlled him not to continue hitting. Temari was kinda amazed at this genjutsu, since you can easily decoy the enemy and let your opponents continue attacking them without them noticing. Kurenai was like studying from this technique, since although she is really good at genjutsu, she isn't skilled enough to cast a genjutsu at that level. While Naruto could do it without anyone noticing that he was doing hand seals. Naruto was doing hand seals behind his back, so Neji wouldn't notice. So, Neji turned towards Naruto and charged at him, and Naruto did a few hand signs and said, "Katan, go Ketsu." So a huge fireball spewed out of Naruto's mouth, and Neji had to make himself use heavenly rotation. The heavenly rotation was able to divert the flames around Neji, but he still got burnt somewhere on the hands and a part on the back. Naruto was basically laughing at this point, and Neji charged towards Naruto, and Naruto fought with Neji in taijutsu. Naruto was able to open all his tenketsus. Well, tenketsu means chakra points, if you didn't know. And Neji was a bit shocked, since he didn't know anybody that can open their tenketsu in such pace without showing signs of pain. So, Naruto defeated Neji with a weakened Rasengan. So instead of having an actual orb, it was just a tiny ball in his hands. But that tiny ball was enough to give Neji a lot of pain and knocked Neji out. Naruto still teaches Neji about destiny is not anything, and you choose your own destiny thingy. And yeah, if you're wondering what happened to Hinata in the preliminaries, Naruto saved Hinata, and Temari was like, I hit the jackpot with this boy. He cares for almost everyone. But she was still jealous that Naruto did save another girl though. So Naruto right now is walking back up to the stand, and he noticed that Temari was staring at her from the other side of the arena. Naruto pretended not to notice, to which Temari caught on and started giggling without anyone noticing. The other matches go as the same until, well, basically Kankuro still forfeits to Shino. And also, the match between Sasuke and Gaara goes about the same, but Sasuke is a bit stronger, and he isn't that crazy mad. So instead of having Sasuke wear his new black attire, Sasuke is wearing his blue Uchiha Crest attire instead. So Sasuke was faring with Gaara pretty well until one thing happened. During Lion's Barrage, Gaara was able to find a weakness within Sasuke. Well, not weakness, but a slowness in Sasuke. So Gaara was able to make a sand cone and substitute himself. Naruto caught on and was thinking, so what will you do, Sasuke? Sasuke notices this and stops his Lion Barrage right before he was about to do the last move. The Lion's Barrage does do some repercussions back to the user, but not as much as a damage onto the enemy. But since it's just a clone, there's no point of doing it. So Sasuke was able to realize this and stopped his Lion's Barrage, and so Naruto pumped his fist and said, yes, keep going. So Sasuke was able to fare off against Gaara, but Gaara still goes crazy on the Shukaku mode. And this is where the Konoha crush starts. Temari didn't really want to attack Naruto Nation, so all she does is go after Gaara, who was running away into the forest, as Shino, Sasuke, and Naruto pursued them. So Shino still fights Kankuro, Sasuke fails to fight Gaara, and Sakura gets passed out again. And Naruto was asking Temari, why are you doing this? I thought you were... And Temari said, it's out of my control. I never thought this would happen. So, basically Naruto grabbed Temari by the waist and basically body flickered away as Gaara was about to smash both of them into puddles of blood. So, Naruto still goes fighting Gaara with Temari watching from a far distance. Not that far, but pretty far. Nothing's gonna reach Temari. Naruto tried a normal Rasengan into Shukaku's chest, and it did do some damage, but not enough. Naruto was gonna go test the Shukaku's endurance because Naruto didn't want to go overboard with an attack. Naruto did his hand signs and used Fire Style, Great Fire Dragon. So a dragon made out of fire crashed into the Shukaku, and Shukaku was able to make a sand wall, completely blocking the fire dragon attack. Naruto then tried again with water bullets. The water bullets just made tiny little holes in Shukaku's body, and Naruto's like crap. Naruto tried again with mystical water torrent. So it's basically like Fireball Jutsu, except much larger and it's water instead. The water hit Shukaku as Shukaku tried to block. All of the water made Shukaku wet, and that made Shukaku extremely slow. Naruto summoned Gamabunta once he realized that he really had no attacks that can do anything to Shukaku, and he didn't want to kill Gaara. So, he summoned Gamabunta and they both defeated Gaara the way they did in canon. Naruto still makes friends with Gaara, and this changes Gaara by a lot. The Nine Tails in Naruto was talking to Shukaku like, "What a crazy Tankuni you are! Why would you do this?" Alright, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please give me a sub, and I want to get to 1,000 before the end of 2021. Thanks for watching again, and goodbye. Rock it away.